Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the G.91 R sitting at 8.0 battle rating in realistic battle. This plane is quite nice and you can argue about the battle rating. It is one of the better 8.0s, and if there were full-fledged 8.3 and 8.7 battle ratings, then it would definitely classify for that. Whether it should be a 9.0 right now is a question of debate, and considering the top tier jet sitting at 9.0, I would say no, but this plane definitely can do some good for your team, let's say. The maximum speed of this plane at sea level is 1069 kilometers an hour. At 4500 meters it's 835 kilometers an hour, and at 6500 meters it's 728 kilometers an hour. That is indicated airspeed, and the plane is pretty fast for 8.0. let's say. It does have a WEP or a throttle increase to 101%, but it doesn't really do much. It's 1 or 2 kilometers faster on all altitudes, and that's really nothing to write home about. So you can basically say this plane doesn't have WEP. Top speed in a dive on this plane is 1072 kilometers an hour before the red lines, and the rip speed lies somewhere above 1160 kilometers an hour. I did not manage to rip it apart diving down from 8800 meters. I came up to 1160 kilometers an hour, and that's it when I crashed into the ground. Unfortunately didn't manage to find out. Now, is that dive speed the effective dive speed? I have to say pretty much. Of course 1160 is not, but the 1070 you can easily achieve while still being able to roll and get guns on target. You have to be careful though, you have to have your finger on the negative pitch to get out of the extreme G's that it will be pulling by then. The control stiffening doesn't start and is barely noticeable up until about 900 kilometers an hour as we get another head on. Yeah, and that guy that came for us, we shot him on fire, he dies as well, which is quite nice. We're still in a pickle though in this match. But yeah, the control stiffening in the roll rate only starts to compress at around 900 kilometers an hour, and only a little bit, so that is not noticeable at all. The stall speed of the plane is quite nice with 145 kilometers an hour, which is awesome. Firepower in the plane is average. It has 4 50 cals, the M3 version, let's say, with 300 rounds per gun. I use universal belt for them and a 600 meter convergence, as we also get the meteor that we critted in the beginning. Now what I decided at this point, and that is again, I should fly jets more often, but I've made this mistake before and I'll probably make it again, but at this point, both of them disappearing 7 kilometers distance, I decided it's safe for a landing, and the moment I start to go for the runway at a slowed down speed, they come back in to get me. Both of them, actually all 3 of the enemies that were left. It was a 1 versus 7 that was left when I started shooting people, and it is now a 1 versus 3. But they're all here above my airfield, and I'm low and I dropped my speed. I let my guard down. I made a huge mistake, and now I'm trying to get out of it. Difficult though, with 3 guys around me, 2 guys working in tandem, and another guy helping them, making me have to dodge multiple people at the same time. My speed is very low and they do get me there. Unfortunately, I will be vigilant though that I will not make this mistake again. It is not safe in jet battles when people are more than 7 kilometers removed from you. It is not safe at all, and you just gotta keep flying. I still had 68 rounds. I still was in decent fuel capacity, so that was actually stupid. Not that I could have shot all 3 of them down with that, but maybe I could have shot 1 down and then the others would have been discouraged by the airfield. Whatever. But Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Still a good match though with 4 kills and giving you a good impression of what this thing can do even in a pickle. Like I said, average firepower with the 450 cals. The AR M3 is rapid firing, so the 300 rounds go through pretty quickly. Ammo load is decent, I would say. The performance of this plane is very nice. The acceleration in a straight line is excellent. Dive speed is great. Energy retention in the horizontal is excellent, and in the vertical is excellent as well. Absolute nice performance on this plane. The climb rate supports the excellent energy retention in the vertical. Very good climb rate, and it actually very good in zoom climbing as well. If you have a maximum speed above 1000 kilometers, you can basically zoom up to 5500, 6000 meters, which is very nice. Great turn time in the plane as well, with good flaps. The flaps do rip off at 650 kilometers an hour though, but that is alright. The plane has excellent roll rate, and with a great turn time, excellent maneuverability overall. Overheating in the plane is manageable. This is not a problem, and durability overall is not so good. The plane doesn't take damage too well, although you can be lucky now and then, let's say. But the wings especially are very vulnerable, and if they get hit, your flight style is pretty much done for, and you will have trouble landing the plane after that. There we go for the wing of that thing. And you get a lot of 2 kill matches, especially in the 9.0 up tiers. 2 kill matches, 1 kill matches, it's very regular what happens there. There we get lucky, one of those lucky shots. He shoots off my complete front wheel box, and the whole gears disappeared from there, but the guy gets shot down. And my pilot survived, which is nice. We get 2 kills in that match and 1 assist on that last guy. Another clip for you here with another 2 kills. We got a night map on this one. We got a few hits on this F2H, and we're now trying to catch up to him. There is a verbal on our left, and there are some people attacking the railway carriages. Come on, a little higher. Yes, there we go. Going back into the furball now to see if we can get one of the enemies that is there. Vampire, not enough lead by far. This plane also has some nice ground attacking options. You have the option between 2 500-pound bombs and 38 Hydra 70 rockets. Now that makes this plane a very viable ground attacker as well. Although I personally would not use it as such. I want to use it as the excellent fighter it is, and have my fun with the plane that way. But if you are trying to unlock the... There we go for our second kill in that match. If you're trying to go for unlocking a part of the tree that you have left in this plane, for example the end of tier 4 and the jet attacker and all that jazz, then maybe going with the 38 Hydra 70 rockets is a good thing in this plane. You can get a few people that are low as well. Who knows, this plane can definitely defend itself when it comes to that. Let's see what kind of rewards we got for that first match with 4 air kills. We got a nice decal. For the rest, no special awards. We've got 29,000 silver lions and almost 2,000 research points, which feels kind of meager with 4 kills, but oh well. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now this plane is very nice for 8.0. I hope one day Gaijin will introduce viable 8.3, 8.7, 9.3 and 9.7 battle ratings so that things can be spread out. This plane would definitely be 8.3 or 8.7, let's say, in such a circumstance. This plane is usable as both a boom and zoomer, although the firepower doesn't quite support that, an energy fighter, at which it is excellent, and a turn fighter. It can transition through the roles very smoothly, and it is pretty good at all of the roles. So I really enjoy this plane. It is good in defensive flying as well, due to its excellent roll rate, Great maneuverability in that sense will help the plane get out of difficult situations against 9.0 planes, and that also gives it its edge against the top tier jets. But all in all, the G.91 R is a plane that is very nice in the hands of a capable pilot. You do have to have your aim on point with the 450 cals. Although the 50 cals are good these days, it's still in the very minute times you get on the target in jet battles. The 450 cals are on the low side of armament, let's say. Most planes have either 650 cals or higher calibers with the same amount. So the firepower isn't the best, but it's functional, and the plane is fantastic. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.